People, we are now live. Welcome to the channel's first live PC build. I hope everyone is staying isolated. I hope everyone is keeping themselves busy during this crazy time. Yeah, the videos are not going to stop. They might slow down a little bit, but I'm going to keep releasing as many videos as possible. Just want to say what's up to everybody entering the chat. I just want to say thank you so much for joining, taking the time out of your isolated day to be here. Now, this is a gaming PC used for live streaming. So it's not only for gaming, I'm going to use it for live streaming. It's actually going to replace the live streaming PC that you're seeing this video on right now. That's OBS is running on right now. I want to make it a lot more powerful. I want it to be a little bit more future-proof. The current build that I'm using right now is a Ryzen 1700X, which has been fantastic, with the GTX 1080, which is complete overkill for a regular live streaming machine. But this one is going to be a powerhouse. I have the 3700X in here. I contemplated going with the 3900X. I still might, like I have one at home. But for now, we're going to do the 3700X with a RTX 2080 Ti. 32 gigabytes of RAM and some storage to keep things going. So what's up, everybody in the chat? Welcome here. The first thing we're going to start off with is the motherboard of choice. I went with the Asus, actually I forgot the name of the motherboard, the Asus ROG Crosshair Hero. This is for the X570 chipset since we're using AMD. I've already taken off the little plastic hooves on this because I needed to use them on another system because we're going to go air cooler instead of AIO. And the reason why I want to use an air cooler instead of an all-in-one cooler is because of silence. It is so important for my PC to be as quiet as possible because if I'm streaming, I don't want to hear the fans. If I'm streaming, I don't want to hear the rads being shooken by the fans and causing noise. And on top of that, you'll see why I picked certain parts to make this PC as quiet as possible. So let's start off with the motherboard. We're going to start off with the processor, the 3700X. This is an 8-core processor. It is probably one of the best, not bang for your buck, upper premium processors you can buy right now, but it is perfect for gaming. It's perfect for content creation, and the price is just so much better than what Intel's offering right now. I think if you're in the PC market, and you're building a desktop, AMD's king right now. Laptop market, it's still hard to see because we don't know what Intel's coming out with their 10th gen H series processors. So this is the Wrath Prism Cooler. This is actually the stock fan that comes with the 3700X. If you don't have budget for another AIO or a regular air cooler, this one's fine. Like this one's going to do the job. Like it'll keep your system nice and cool. Like you're not going to be able to overclock it too much, but it will keep your system nice and cool. So one person asks me is, how much is this build going to cost me? That is a very good question. I have no idea. I didn't do a price check on this, but the GTX or RTX 2080 Ti alone probably costs around $1,000 by itself, plus all the other parts, which will this is probably an over $2,000 build is my guess. Okay, so CPU, I'm gonna take this out of the box. Now the first thing we want to do before placing the CPU in the socket is get our thermal paste ready. And just to let you know, I am not a super fast PC builder, so like if you're expecting me to finish this in 20 minutes, it's not going to happen. I'm more like a step above the verge, you know? So here I got a selection of, what's it called? Thermal paste. Let's see what we got here. Okay, I got some liquid metal, which we're not going to use because I don't feel like reapplying it every 6 months. But if you have a laptop and you want to play with liquid metal, it's a good idea. I think we'll just stick with the Noctua NT-H1 thermal paste. This will do the job. So first, we open up the socket. And ideally, you want to look for the little arrow, which is right over here. And you want to line it up with the arrow on the CPU, which is, I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's right here. And whenever you're placing the CPU into the socket, you don't want to apply a lot of pressure. You kind of just want it to fall in. So right now, this is all the way open. Come on. Oh, sorry, the arrow's over here. Ha ha ha. No, right here. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Go in. There we go. So CPU's in. Locked in place. It's not going to be moved anywhere. The next thing you want to do is apply the thermal paste. Now, usually I just like to do a little bit of drop. A lot of people go a little bit crazy with this and apply it all over the thing, and that's like the last thing you want to do. There's been a lot of tests done, and there's no perfect answer. So just apply a little bit on the top. It's a little too much. That's okay. A little too much thermal paste, but it will do. Let's just fix that. I tried to go for a grain of rice, but it ended up looking like a piece of quinoa. What are you doing? Placing it in the socket. Which Ryzen CPU? This is the 3700X. So this is the Noctua cooler. As you can see, I've already put the brackets on because I needed to remove the other pieces to put it into another motherboard. But before I put this cooler on, usually what you want to do, just to make sure you have clearance, is if the RAM fits. So I'm going to take my RAM that I bought. This is the Trident Z, 32 gigabytes of RAM, 3600 megahertz, so nice and quick, DDR4. It's good stuff. Perfect for Ryzen. Usually you want a higher frequency range for Ryzen chips because they perform better with a higher rated memory. It's more picky than the Intel variants. Now, where the hell's my knife? Where is the knife? Where is my knife? Wow. I'm losing everything. Okay, whatever. We're just going to use my teeth instead. We're going to go buck on this. Let's see here. Teeth. So why Ryzen? Well, Ryzen's cheaper, best bang for your buck. It's great for creators. Usually you get more cores for the price. And since I'll be using this for live streaming and gaming, Ryzen makes a lot more sense. If I was sticking strictly to gaming, I would probably go with an Intel processor just because they have higher clock speeds. But I don't know. I just think for the price, Ryzen offers a lot more value. So when you're placing in your RAM, you open up the little back ports here. Usually you want to keep them staggered. It tells you right here on the motherboard what slots to place them in. So usually I want to line up A1 and B1 together. So it's going to be the first and third slots. Okay. Click it nice into place. More thermal paste. No, that's enough thermal paste. Maybe a little bit. It should be fine. I don't think I need any more thermal paste than that. If I do, I'll open it up, clean it up, and put more paste afterwards, but I think it's fine. Oops. That moment you try to put the memory in the wrong way. Okay. So we got the RAM in. And forgot the thermal paste in the socket. Why would you put the thermal paste in the socket? That makes no sense. Place the fan on top here. See, it's a good thing I put the RAM in first because it might be a little bit harder to do it later. Now, I don't have a long screwdriver, so hopefully this one will work because this is not the right. Now, for those of you saying, where's the fan on the CPU mount? Well, I have it beside me, but usually you want to screw it in first. Here, so you can see it a little bit better. Can it run Crysis? Of course it can run Crysis. What kind of question is that? All right. Where's my other screwdriver to finish this up? Shit. Forgot my other screwdriver in the room. Worst PC builder in the world. Oh, God. Usually, I have my other screwdriver here, but that is now in the other room. Okay, let me see if I can do it this, and I'll get it afterwards. So, yo guys, what do you think is building that for? I'm building it for gaming and streaming. Color theme. Color theme is not important. I'll tell you why in a second. We're going for black. We're not doing any color, we're not doing any cable mods. We're not doing anything fancy, and I'm going to tell you why as soon as we get to the case. Okay, so I got the heatsink on, and now we got to put the fan on. But first, let me get the screwdriver, because that's one thing I completely forgot, which is usually like the most important thing. This is the worst. I have no idea where I placed the damn screwdriver. This is the problem when you're not organized. The worst. Hold on, it's got to be somewhere here. What the hell? See, this is why I don't like doing live streams, because I always mess something up, and I messed up the simplest thing. Placing my screwdriver in a place where I can actually do the damn thing. Okay, yeah. This is pure fail as usual. I don't know why I do live streams, because I always mess them up, but it's not good. Okay, whatever. So let's take the fan. Ideally, you want to take the cable of the fan, you want to line it to the top of the motherboard where the fan pins are, so this way it's a lot easier. Now, this is the intake. I want the air to flow through the back. So you got to make sure your fan is placed the right way. Okay. Like that. Fan's in. Now there's also another fan that goes right here. So if you want dual fans to push the air out of the case, you can place another one here, which I have in the other room. But for now, we're just going to do one for the sake of this video, so I don't waste too much time. And as you can see, my RAM is not even all the way in, because fail. There we go. And then up here, you have all the pins. I don't know if you guys can see this in the camera, but up here, you have the CPU and fan pins. So you have one for your AIO. If you're using an all-in-one cooler, you have another one for your CPU, and then there's an optional one that goes beside it. We're going to place this in the middle one, which I believe is the CPU fan. All right, so that's done. We'll clean that up later. All right, so I got the main part done. The next thing I need to do is put in my SSD, or my M2 NVMe SSD. Now, this is the one I picked up. It's by a company called, I don't know, what's this company called? I just picked it up on Amazon yesterday. Silicon Power. I've never heard of this company, but apparently this is 512 gigabytes of NVMe storage for $100 Canadian, which is like, I don't know, 75 US. And it has pretty good read and write speeds, like 3,000 read, about 2,300 write. The problem is, for me to get this in, I need a proper screwdriver, but we're going to try this again. This is not going to happen without a proper screwdriver. Let's see. Can't believe I lost my screwdriver 5 minutes before the stream. Like, this is pathetic. This is why I don't do live streams, because I always mess something up. Like, if you know me, you know that I somehow mess it up before the live stream. Okay, got one screw out. So this is just a little shield that goes on top to protect the M2 drive, and there should be a thermal pad underneath to help with heat dissipation. What's your thoughts? One new Xbox name. GameStop, thanks. You should have kept the screwdriver in the magnetic dish. Well, thank you for that tip, Cobb 150. Okay. So as you can see here, this is so you can put one M2 drive here, and there's also another space up here where you can place a second M2 drive. I'm just gonna use the bottom one. It's easier to get to, and because the fan's blocking it, if I need to get to it later on down the road, it's just much easier to put it on the bottom. In all fairness though, it'll probably be blocked by the GPU when I put it in later. All right, now where is this? Here we go. Is this video sponsored? No, this video is not sponsored. Some companies did send some of this stuff out, like Asus did send out the motherboard and GPU. This fan I bought, the SSD I bought, the RAM I bought. Fractal did send me the case, which I'll talk about in a second. But none of this has been paid for. Like, these are just like sample units. No one's paying me to make this build. Matt, just find the screwdriver. We're going to chill here. Yeah, I'm going to go find it in a second. Let me just get this in and I'll go find the screwdriver, assuming I don't break it. Here, you can stare at my beautiful face in the meantime. Oh, Matt, you smell. Thanks, Ash, for being here. Please do not get too close. Social distancing, please. Last time you installed the RAM in the wrong slots. The manual says use B2 and A2. Just checked right now. Well, I'm using A1 and B1. I don't think it matters from a performance standpoint. I mean, as long as you're using the two opposite ones, you should be okay. I mean, I'll check the manual on this motherboard, but should be fine. If it doesn't boot up and we have performance issues, then I'll switch to B2 and A2, but I don't think it matters. Dude, what are these tools you're using? These are tools from the Stone Age. Why can't I open this? Jesus, this is like my biggest pet. Ah! There it is. Got it. Did I break it? No, we're good. We are good. So just to show you, underneath here, let me put this on. Underneath here, you have your thermal pad. So once I apply this back on top, I'm going to peel this little sticker off so it kind of sticks to the M2 NVMe SSD. So to place it on, you just kind of stick it in like this. Oh, actually, we need the little mounting thing first. Where's my motherboard stuff? Motherboard stuff. Nope, that's case. Nope. Maybe it is in here. So there's a little screw that comes with. Okay, I'll probably just take this one out. Nah, come on. Nope. Nope. Let me check the box sometimes. Usually it comes with a little screw that you can screw it into, but I don't see it here. Hold on. Maybe it's still in the box. Oh, here it is. Found it. Okay. So usually if you're trying to install the M2 and you can't find the screws, they always come with the motherboard. Inside the box, you'll find the little mounting screw plus the screw that goes into the bottom port. So I got to take this back out because I completely failed there. Are you drop tips from Linus? I probably drop just as much as Linus does. But I wouldn't be surprised if not more. In fact, not only do I drop a lot of stuff, I actually forget half the stuff I need when I'm doing something. So I forget where it is right here. Okay. So you want to take this little screw, and then there's a little hole for a 2280, which is the size of the drive I'm using. And then you kind of just screw it in with your finger. Now the problem is I'm not going to be able to screw this in unless I find the screwdriver. So I need to find the screwdriver. How do you lose a damn screwdriver? Okay, hold on. I got to have it here somewhere. Okay, Ash, entertain them while I go look for the screwdriver. Tell them about your life or something. Okay, I'll be back in 1 second. Got to get the screwdriver. Okay, this is really sad. I can't find it. So I grabbed some other ones which are not adequate at all, but it should work. So what's going on? What happened when I left? Tell us about your girlfriend, Ash. Ash is married. Ash is married to a lovely lady. Okay. So I'm placing the drive in the slot. So what are you guys doing during isolation besides watching content? You guys must be doing something. I hope your eyes are not going out. Oh, this is not magnetic. Come on. This is like ghetto. This is like ghetto building. This is how you don't build a computer. This is like worse than The Verge. Okay, here we go. Finally. No audio. There's audio. What? You can't hear me? Hello, hello, testing, testing. The mic should work. I'm seeing it work over here. Oh, God damn it. Okay, hold on. No audio now. This is a joke. Can you guys hear me now? Can you guys hear me? Okay, how about now? Still no sound? What's going on? I don't get it. Oh, you guys are trolling me? What do you mean there's no audio? Is there audio or not? Because it's showing me there's audio inside the thing. Okay, you hear me perfectly. I can hear him. 100% there is. Okay, you guys are just trolling me, man. Stop making my PC build worse than it already is, okay? Anyways, there is audio. Man, you guys are brutal. I hate you guys. I'm not gonna do these live streams if you're gonna troll me for the entire thing. All right, we got it in. Now what did I do with it? So now we take off this is the worst live stream ever. Okay, taking off the sticker for the thermal pad. You guys are hilarious. Hilarious, I tell you. Place it back on. Oh, shit. Did that go in? No. I hear you absolutely clearly. Where's the audio? Ha, ha, ha. Funny, funny, Python. You are hilarious. I even turned off the mic for a second. Oh, please. This is brutal. The screwdriver has no magnets, so everything's just falling everywhere. This is what I get for not being prepared. Okay. All right, M2's in. We are good. Oh, wait, I missed it. Okay. So what's next? We've got the motherboard done. The RAM is in the slots. And we cannot see your video. Very funny. Nice try, guys. You can see my video perfectly. You can see my video absolutely perfectly. Okay, so the motherboard's ready to place inside the case. There's nothing else I really need to do. I got the fan on. The RAM is in correctly, I hope. We got the M2 drive in. Everything. We have the I/O shield, which comes pre-installed. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is a pre-installed I/O shield, which makes life a lot easier. And hey, it's going to boot. I've never had a PC that's not booted on me before. All right, so let's just put this aside for a second. Here, actually, you know what? I'll move the whole thing together so we don't break this. I'll put this right here. Okay, now the case of choice was very important because, like I said, I wanted something that was super silent. I wanted something where I wasn't going to hear any fan noise or anything from the PC itself. And there's really not a ton of great options there. There's stuff from a company called Be Quiet, but I'm just not a fan of the way their cases look. My favorite company that makes the best cases for silent PCs is Fractal. They have some of the best cases for a quiet PC. What makes this so quiet? Well, it's simple. When you open it up, so first of all, this is the new Define R7. This case is their latest. It just came out. It looks a lot like the R6, but it has a few new features like it has better airflow, for example. I forget who it was, which tech reviewer did an actual review on this case, but he found it to run 6 degrees cooler than the previous R6. There's tons of space to work in. It has a nice little bracket on the bottom to hide all the cables from your power supply. What else? It has good for acoustics. So like, for example, in the inside of the case, there's like this sound dampening material. It has it on the left and the right side. So this will allow acoustics to be nice and low. If you do buy it with a transparent panel, then you're reducing the whole point of having the better acoustics. Like, you're going to hear the fans a lot more. That's why I don't really care about RGB too much for this build, because I'm not going to see anything inside. Like, I'd rather have the sound dampening material than RGB on my PC. So that's why I went with this case. Plus, it's just so easy to work in. Like, it has tons of drive space. It has more rooms now for fans and radiators. It's just an improvement or iteration from the previous model. So the next thing we want to do is basically place the motherboard inside the case. Let's put the PC this way. Hey, Matt, can you tell me my name? No, I will not tell you your name. All right, got the motherboard here. I'm gonna line it up. Make sure the I/O shield's in perfectly. It's in the right holes. Hold on a second here. It's stuck. Hold on. Ah, crap. Okay. There we go. Line it up. All right. Perfect. Now we can start screwing things in. We can screw with confidence, as The Verge would tell you. I hope you guys like the view of my bald head. All right. Probably should switch camera angles for a second. All right. Let's get the proper screws going. Now, since these screws are not magnetic, I'm probably going to drop like 1,000 screws in this case and never find them again. But that is life. Nope. These are not. Those are rubber gasket. Where is it? Are these the motherboard screws? These ones are. This will be fun. How does reducing the fan noise affect the life of the CPU? Well, we're not what? I don't understand. Reducing the fan noise just means you're reducing the fan noise, so it's not as loud. I'm using an air cooler, which is usually quieter than an all-in-one cooler. With an all-in-one cooler, there's more parts. What the hell did I just do with the other screwdriver? My God. There's this one, but I brought another one. Ugh. Okay, whatever. Oh, here it is. I found it. Okay. This is gonna be fun. Now, when you're screwing in the motherboard, you don't want to screw it with too much confidence, because then you don't want to crack the motherboard. Like, you want it to be confident enough, but not overconfident. Please do a laptop unboxing in the case. That would be kind of cool, but kind of weird at the same time. So remember, some confidence, but not overconfident. Okay? That's how you screw in screws for a motherboard. Because the moment you go overconfident, boom, cracks everywhere. Okay. That did not go in. Oh, that was too much confidence. Too much confidence. Okay. All right. This is my Oh man, I've built PCs quite a bit. But the problem is, oh, I put the wrong screw in. No wonder that wasn't going in properly. I built lots of PCs, but the problem is I don't build them consistently enough to do it fast enough. Like, you know, I can never build a PC as fast as someone like Linus or J2Sense or any of those hardcore PC build guides. I'm probably the last person you should probably be taking PC advice with. Like, it's going to work and it's going to look good, but I'm sure there's better ways of doing this faster. Especially when you're using the worst screwdriver in the world. I don't even know if this is going in. I can't even tell. It's so dark in here. Hold on, wait. Let me get a light. I'm probably like chipping at the motherboard. Here. There we go. Now I can see. Crap, what'd I do with the screwdriver again? I'm like a senior citizen, you know? I just forget half the things I'm doing and then I lose them. Like 2 seconds later. This is not even the right screwdriver again. Okay. Wow. There we go. Okay, I feel confident about that screw in. Screen is not dark, okay? Stop trolling people. Oh, here's the screwdriver. It's right here the whole time. Is it going in? That's what she said. Is that an 11 Pro Max? No, that's just a regular 11 Pro. I have the S20 here as well, but it's in the other room. It's in the other room lost with... Oh, man. The motherboard's not lined up properly. Oh, crap. Gotta take all the screws out, guys. We have a problem. I got too confident, wasn't paying attention, and these holes are not lined up. Hey, dude, what is your main phone? I'm using two phones right now. I'm using the S20 Plus, and I'm using the iPhone 11 Pro. Okay, hold on. This motherboard. Okay. Stop your movement. All right, motherboard, you got this. Come on. You can do it. Oh, no wonder it's not going in. The fan cable's in the way. Stupid fan cable. Wherever it is. Come here. Okay, let's try now. There we go. Lined up, finally. All right, let's try that again. Reset. Huawei is clearly the best phone maker. They do make great phones. Their phones are fantastic, but they're not fantastic without Google Apps, I'll tell you that much, which is my biggest complaint about them. They make such great hardware, but I don't think it's just no point using them if you can't get the Google Play Store. And just recently, you can't even install the Google Play Store. It's very hard now. They made it really tough to get it installed. So that's kind of frustrating. So with a real person building a PC, it shouldn't take you 45 minutes to screw the screws into the motherboard. It should take a normal person probably like 5 minutes. But because I'm using a screwdriver that's the size of a toothpick, and I messed up the first time, it's taking a little bit longer. But we're going to do this. Is Python your friend? Python is my homie. Of course he's my friend. Python is the chief operating officer of our Discord server. Okay. Oh, this is what you don't do. Next time I build a PC, I get proper tools. And I buy double of them so I don't get stuck with this tiny little screwdriver from like a leprechaun. Okay. Okay, the stream is a minute delayed. Yes, the stream is always a bit delayed. It's never like, you know, as live it's supposed to be. Bought an RTX 2080 Ti, but no screwdriver. Yes. That's the life right there. That's my life right now. I promise, guys, we'll get this going. Wait, what about Tom Tech? Tom Tech is assistant chief operating officer to the assistant chief operating officer. All right, so that's in. Oh, man, how am I going to get behind there? Okay, no magnets. This is going to be tough. Man, I really need to find my screwdriver. This is so hard to do without a proper screwdriver. All right, let's see if I can get it in. I really set this up for me. Okay, come on. Come on, man. Which fan did you place in between the heatsink? It's the Noctua fan. The N15 or whatever it's called. The fan that comes with it. It's 140 millimeter fan. So ideally when you place fans in your computer, what you want to do is buy bigger fans because they don't rotate as often, therefore reduces the amount of noise. So the bigger the fan, the less noise. The smaller the fan, the more rotations it has to make, and therefore, this is pathetic. Therefore, louder the computer. All right, we got this. I think so. Okay, after this, I'm going on Amazon and I'm buying proper screwdrivers because I can never do this like this again. This is torture. I don't even know what this is. Like, what is this for? I just wish this one would fit. That's what she said. Maybe it does. Hold on. Ah, come on. This is like butchering. This is like the worst surgery you could ever have in your life. It just sounds painful, but it's not as bad as it looks, I promise. Okay, got another one in. I'm sure there's one in the middle, but I'm not going to get to it right now. I got two more at the top, at the back. We'll put those in, and then we'll move on to the next step. Someone find this man a screwdriver. This is brutal. It doesn't help I'm left-handed for these screws over here. Oh my God, how am I going to get to this? Oh, there's no way I'm getting to this with these tiny screws. Okay, I'm going to leave it like this. Actually, no, I shouldn't because it's going to... I just need to get one more in and I can put the last one in afterwards. Actually, no, I won't be able to because I have the stupid power cable there. I got to do it now, guys. All right. I hope this is keeping you entertained. I could buy an Apple stand with that setup. You can buy a couple Apple stands with this setup, actually. This is... Oh my God. I'm like fingering this hole right now. I'm just like sitting here fingering it. Yes, there can be a joke made out of that. I know someone's thinking it already. Oh my God. Where is my screwdriver? It's torture. Please mention all the components of the build in the description. I will, Sammy, I promise. This is brutal. Where is my good screwdriver? understand where I put it. I had it in my hand. It doesn't make sense. Oh my god. I'm sorry guys. This was supposed to go a lot smoother, but it ended up being a pretty big fail. I'm going to continue doing it, even though I'm torturing myself right now without a proper screwdriver because I can't even get to the screw in there. This is definitely going down as one of the biggest PC fails in history. Okay, whatever. I'm going to keep trying with the little screwdriver here. It must get done. It must be under the motherboard. Probably is under the motherboard. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, here we go. This is sad. All right. Are you gonna go crazy with RGB? No, I'm not gonna use any other RGB in this. Okay, I got another screw in, one more to go, and I can start doing the other stuff. Let me just see if this is, it's nice and secure. Someone get this man. Yes, please. Get me a screwdriver immediately. There's no way I'm getting to the screw without a long screwdriver. That's magnetic. It's just not possible with this thing. I'm going to end up smashing everything. Maybe I can do it this one. Hold on. It's just, it's not happening. Okay. I'm going to have to put it in afterwards. It's going to be tough, but we'll do it afterwards. Okay. So let's just go over what I've done so far. I've placed the fan on top of the heatsink. Heatsink is now attached to the CPU. Probably not in perfectly, but actually it is in perfectly because I used a longer screwdriver. RAM is in the proper slots. We have the M2 drive inside of here. The motherboard is screwed in, but I'm missing one screw, so I have to do that later when I get a proper screwdriver. Now what we're going to do is put in the power supply. Oh, just to let you guys know, I did place... Let's take it off. I'll show you. So what we're... Ooh, is that my screwdriver? No, it's not. Okay. Now, I did place a couple fans on the bottom of the case for better airflow. So ideally, what you have is... Where is it? So ideally, what you have is... These two fans don't come with it. These are actual fans from Fractal. So what I'm doing is I'm using them as an intake to push the air upwards. I'm taking the cool air from the bottom. It's going to blow it upwards. So to help cool the GPU, it's not going to make much of a difference, but at least it's pushing that hot air out of the way because heat rises. And then the front intakes are pushing the air, towards the back. So the back is going to be the only place where the air is leaving the system. Now you can do this when your bottom is opened up like this. It allows you to bring the air from the floor into your case to keep it cooler. It'll make a little bit of a difference, but I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. But every little bit of cooling counts, especially if I decide to overclock it down the road. Now for power supply, I'm going with the Corsair RM750X. This is a 750 watt power supply, which is more than adequate for a RTX 2080 and this type of build. Have you ever worked with the NR60? No, I have not. I've never worked with the RX 60. What's the time here? It's time for me to find a screwdriver. That's what the time is here for the person who just asked in the chat. No, why would I do liquid cooling? What am I, a maniac? Liquid cooling, I don't know. I don't think there's ever a need to liquid cool unless you're like trying to help the performance of your laptop just because sometimes they're like poorly pasted. But even then, like once you start doing it on your laptop, you end up doing it every like 6 months, reapplying it. So because this is a modular power supply, before I even put it inside the case, the first thing I want to do is connect all the proper cables that I'm going to use with this. So obviously, we're going to need the 24-pin ATX connector, which is going to go on the side of the motherboard. Here we go. All right. Let's put that in. Putting in the cables beforehand is always better than doing it afterwards, because what you're going to find is you're going to be like trying to put them in, and sticking your hand on the bottom of the case is just so annoying. So placing the cables you want first before doing that makes a huge difference. Okay, got the motherboard cable in. I need one. Where is it? I need a SATA cable for sure, because I'm going to hook this up to make sure the fans are working on the back. Bro, I have the Asus 6Z playing to OnePlus. This is one time opera to see him losing the screwdriver. Yes, and my mind. That's what's happening here. I'm losing the screwdriver and my mind. Let's do peripheral and SATA. So this will allow us to connect. Actually, we don't need this one. Hold on a second. Don't need the SATA one because we're not hooking up any hard drives. The hard drive's already installed. So this is the CPU cable. So this is going to connect to the pin on the top of the motherboard for the CPU. And then this one. What gaming laptop do you recommend for 2020 hardcore gaming? Well, I don't know. All the 2020 gaming laptops are not even out yet. That's the problem. So it's hard to recommend one right now. Unless you want something from last year. I can recommend something from last year, if that's what you want. But we're not going to see any 2020 gaming laptops for a bit. I mean, I think some of them were supposed to be announced already, but because of what's going on with the virus and everything, we are not going to be seeing them for a while. Ah, crap. So this is for GPU. Where is that? Okay, so PCIe, this is going to be for the GPU. We're going to need one more because I'm guessing the RTX 2080 is definitely going to be using two of them because it's so big. Wrong side. PCIe. What's going on here? All right, so we got motherboard, we got two PCIe, which will be for the GPU. We got CPU for the top of the motherboard. Now all we need is one. Where is it? Where is the back thing? We're gonna need one for this SATA cable. And we need one SATA. This will do. Bro, I have the Asus 6 blah, blah, blah. That's all I see. Wrong side. That's what she said. All right, so I got the SATA cable. This is going to power the fans on the front of the laptop. I mean, on the laptop. Front of the case to make things go better. All right. I think we got all the cables we need. Now we can stick this inside of here. So, I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's two screws on the back here for a little cage. Actually, you know what? Oh, there's my screwdriver. Oh my God. You guys are never going to believe this. Actually, here it is. Oh my God. This is the biggest pathetic move. It's right here the whole time. It's right here inside the case. It doesn't get any more boneheaded than this. Wow. This is pure fail. Okay. Actually, you know what? Before I put the power supply in, let's connect all the motherboard cables first, just so we get it out of the way. So ideally, you have all these motherboard cables in here for your fans. So these are the two fans on the bottom, which I'm going to connect to the top over here. Oh man, okay. So these here, we got, what do we got? USB 2.0, we got USB 3.0, USB Type-C for the top, USB audio, and this is going to be the power reset switch, and then of course the power LEDs. So we're going to place these through this grommet over here to keep things nice and tidy. Wow, I am such a bonehead. Screwdriver is inside the case the entire time. Like this is pathetic. This is how you don't build a PC. So guys, I hope this is a big learning experience for you. Whatever I say, don't do it. Just do the opposite. If I say place the CPU this way, place it the other way. If I say don't bring a screwdriver, bring 10 screwdrivers. All right. Okay. I hate this part. This is my least favorite part of building a PC, is plugging in all these cables, because knowing me, I'll probably miss one. Okay, I'll try not to block it with my head when I plug this in. This one I probably, oh man. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put this one through this grommet over here because it'll look cleaner because the header is over here. So let's put that back one under there. But these ones go on the bottom. So ideally you want to keep them. And this one also goes here. So I'm going to put that one on the other side. So USB audio is over. Where's USB audio on this bad boy? That's the amp. Okay, reset switch. You get out of here. My God, these letters are so small. This is how I know I'm getting old, if I can't see it. So, top is, where's my flashlight? Wow, a big learning experience. All this shitty unoriginal tubers making videos about PC parts. All right. Well, thank you for that wonderful comment. Matt says to place it in the right way. The viewer places it the opposite way. Okay. So the bottom is reset. Top is going to be, oh my God, I can't read this. Reset. Power. Okay. All right. What is it? Reset switch. Got resetted. The next one is for power switch. Damn it. Reset bottom. Power button. Then, why can't I see this? Power button. Hold on a second, guys. I can't see the words. Where's the stupid manual? Here it is. Okay. Wireless cables. Honestly, for PC builds, like you'd think by now in 2020 there'd be an easier way to do these power buttons. It's just so like archaic and old, you know? My eyes are getting bad. I can't see the words. Okay? I am old enough. I'm 72. 72. All right, here we go. So the top is, there's the speaker. Okay, front panel. We got SATA cables, HD LED. Where is that? Power socket connections, front panel, speaker. Oh, I did put in the memory wrong. That person was right. I'm supposed to do B2 and A2 first, not B1 and A1. So we're going to have to change that. Thankfully, it shouldn't be too hard because we do have clearance, which is great. Classic manual, baby. No, I'm not actually 72. I'm actually 73. Okay, hold on. Yeah, that person was right, dude. He gave it to me good. I thought you could do B1, A1, but it looks like you got to go B2, A2. God damn it, Matt. Come on, you're better than this. No screwdriver, putting in the RAM wrong. This is like brutal. Okay. Speaker front panel 16 is system panel connector 4. Can I get a better picture, please? Where is it? This is what I'm doing right now. No more confidence. Gone. Confidence is out the window. I have now lost all confidence and my testicles in this entire video because of this build. I will never do a PC build again. I promise. After this, it's not happening. This has been a disaster today. A big disaster. H, where are you? Okay, forget it. I'm just gonna try my best to see it. Let's take this RAM out, put it in the proper spots. So B2A2, guys. That was the mistake I made. Ugh. Move this over one slot. The worst PC build in history. The 9-hour build, I call it. I should delete this video. Okay. Oh my God. This is how you break your memory. By putting it after the fan. Come on, get in the hole. Okay. Okay, memory's in there. So B2, A2. Line it up. Okay. All right. Now it's in the proper slots. Now we can do this properly. That's the speaker. Reset. HDD. Power LED. Okay, we got it in. Okay. We got that in. Hopefully it's in right. We will find out when I power it up. And then for the USB audio, goes right here. USB 2.0, sorry, not USB audio. That goes right there. Okay. Finally done. All right. Now, I can take the other cables and put it through the other side. So my USB, this one, I'll plug these fans in afterwards. And then my USB 3. Oh, I forgot my HD audio. Definitely need that. Like the view, guys? This is called, you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm probably messing something up view. All right, let's bring that back down. All right. So we can finally plug this in here. Let's plug this in first, like this. Okay. Plug in the USB 3.0. If this works, guys, I'll be shocked. No, it's going to work. I'm confident. Uh-oh. Don't bend the pins. All right. We got the USB 3.0 in. We got that in. Now we got to do the motherboard cables after I put in the PSU. Got to do HD audio. Which is right over here. Oh, shit. Gotta bring it down. HD audio we can do from this side. Make it cleaner. All right. All right, HD audio's in. Okay, so those cables are done. Now we got to bring the power supply in. To the back here. We're getting there. We're getting there. What are you guys saying? It's not that. I'd rather watch this than play Fortnite, to be honest. Thank you. Thank you. That's so kind of you. Watch me make a fool of myself. Okay. Power supply. That part's in. Now I gotta screw the cover in. Where's the cover? So if you guys are seeing, I'm taking this cover. This is going to keep the power supply bracket in place, and I can screw the power supply into this little bracket afterwards. Okay, we're almost there. We're getting there. So let's make a bet. Who thinks this is going to boot up? I'd like to know. Which one of you thinks this PC is going to boot up, and which one of you don't think it's going to boot up at all? I'm curious. I want to see what I'm working with here. Okay, got that in. It can boot up. Yes, sir. It will boot. I love the confidence. That's what I love to hear. Okay, so that's in. Now I'm going to screw the power supply into the case using the power supply screws, which are these ones. Should do it. Crap, what did I do with the screwdriver again? Oh yeah, here it is. Let me get a proper bit for it. HP Omen or Wi-Fi 40? HP Omen or Wi-Fi 40? I don't know. What are the specs of the two versions you're looking at? Depends, man. Tell me, are they the exact same specs? What's happening here? Probably easier if I stand this up and reverse it. So remind me never to do this again. I thought it'd be fun, but instead, just made it. So you guys can see. Camera views swapped. There we go. Okay. So for those of you wondering what I'm doing right now, I'm just screwing in the power supply very poorly. With the wrong screws. No. Where are the good ones? Oh boy. These are it. Yeah, you love my live streams because I fail miserably, and I just the laughing stock of the internet. For all you guys. Oh, it's gonna boot. Oh, it's gonna boot all right. I promise you it will. Okay. All right. Only took me 20 minutes to get one screw in. That's a new record. It's a new record. 20 minutes per screw. How long has this live stream been going for? I feel like this is gonna be like a 24-hour PC build. If I ever get invited to like build as many PCs in 24 hours, only one of them would get done. Okay. Can you help me? What was your question, buddy? I'm trying to look up to see what you asked. I want to go to school. I would want to go to school after watching this too. This is the type of stuff you watch and then wish you were in school. You're like, wow, I do not want to be like this guy. I need to go back to school immediately. You watch this and you're like, wow, not only does this guy can't use a proper screwdriver, he's messing everything up. He can't screw with confidence. I cannot go back to school any sooner. Okay. What's up, Shaman? How's everything going, buddy? All right. Got the power supply in. Now let's start plugging in cables from the power supply. So the first thing we want is to get all these out. So ideally, I'm going to open these up. So I can do a little bit of cable management afterwards, assuming I don't lose them. Which PC parts I'm going with? Okay, so good question. For those of you tuning in, I am going with that doesn't want to fit. That's okay. I don't need to go any more than that anyways. There we go. I'm going with an X570 motherboard. It's the Asus ROG Crosshair. It's comes with Wi-Fi, I think. Actually, no, it doesn't come with Wi-Fi. There's no Wi-Fi built into this, which is kind of unfortunate, but I don't need Wi-Fi. 32 gigabytes of 3600 Trident memory. We also have, where is that? That's for UR CPU. So this one needs to go all the way to the top over here. Where is it? Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to do, which is going to be tough now, is plug in the CPU cable because the fan's in the way. This is going to be a pain in the butt. I mean, I could do it if I take all this off, but great. This will be fun. Let's see if I can do this. Take out more. Oh boy, how am I going to do this? This is why you plug this in first. God, totally forgot to do that. So here's the trouble I'm having. So right over here is the CPU connector. And instead of plugging it in first, I installed the fan first. Now it's hard for me to get to it. So that's going to be an issue. So what I might have to do is take off the fan, clean all the thermal paste off, plug it in first, put the fan back on. And then I could probably get the screw into that point as well. Yeah, I'm going to have to take this off. All right, well, that sucks. There's no way I'm going to get to it. Okay, take the fan off. So for those of you that said I didn't have enough thermal paste, we're going to see right now how well it's spread. But by the way, I'm probably not going to keep this video up. So this is like a private live stream, one time only. The last thing I need is this video to be a permanent staple of the channel. I'm sure someone's going to download it and put it in one of their worst PC build guides ever videos. That's fine. So there you go. There's the spread of the CPU for you guys' reference. Could use a little more. I could have put a little bit more, but I did a pretty decent spread. At least now I can get this cable in and that screw. So let's tighten all these up. That one's good. That one's good. That one's good. That one's good. Okay, got one more right here. Okay, that one's good. That one's not good. See what happens when I have a proper screwdriver? I can do so much better. Sometimes. A little blind here. God. Asus is 6Z or OnePlus 6T. Well, if you gotta leave, I'm not gonna answer it. No, I'm joking. I've never used the Asus 6Z, so I'm gonna say OnePlus 6T. All right. Great, now I gotta clean all the CPU paste off. Oh man. Okay. I'm gonna put it back on without cleaning it off, just so I can finish this build and see if it boots up. But as soon as I'm done, I'll take it off and put the CPU paste on properly, because I don't want this thing to overheat. Hold on a second. Oh, God. Where's the other one? So now do you believe me that this video is not sponsored? Because no one would sponsor me to do a PC build like this. Because if I did, they would never hire me again. Where is that cable? Whatever. I hate this cable. It's the worst cable to put in. So frustrating. Do. What the hell? This is frustrating. This is why I barely build PCs. Sometimes I do it in like 20 minutes, no problem. Other times, 10 hours. Just depends on the day. Most of the stuff is in. It's just I forgot to plug in the CPU thing. Then I got to plug in the video card, put the power connector to the video card with the two PCIe cables. And then we're pretty much done. But yeah, I just got to get the CPU cable in. Let me get a little closer. Hold on a second. Let me see something. Okay, I got the SATA plugged in for the fan, so those will power on now. The two front fans, that is. And then the back fan, gonna have to plug in to the back up here, the two back fans, that is. Which I'll do in a second. And then this one is not going in, so. It's being stubborn. Try that again. How many people are watching this? Jesus, still 100 people. 100 people watching me fail. Come on. Okay, I got one in. Now the other one. Come on. One more to get in. Ugh. So you guys can see. All right, what's going on here? Who is watching because they want to have a dream PC? Omen 15 RTX 2060 or Wi-Fi 40 RTX 2060. Helios 300 GTX 2060 all have the same CPU. Are they all the same price? If they're all the same price, I would go for the Wi-Fi 40 RTX 2060. It depends on the screen though. As long as it's 144 hertz, you're good to go. I'm just gonna chill and chat with us a couple minutes. You're not failing. You're gaining knowledge, Matt. True, that's the best way to look at it, with like a bottle half full. Is there RGB in this PC? Looks simple. No RGB. Like I was telling people in the beginning of this video, this PC is going to be completely closed because I want it to be as quiet as possible. And the only way to keep it quiet as possible is by having two metal panels with sound dampening material on the sides, which can be done using, I gotta take this back out, which can be done using Fractal's Defined series cases. They're really great for quiet PCs. So that's what we're doing here. Okay, one in. One more to get in. Come on. Damn CPU cable. Let's try that again. Okay, I'm gonna try doing it together this time. Together. Go Python, Matt, and Matt needs you baddie. Yeah, so I am going with dual monitors for the stream PC, which I'll show you in a separate video, assuming I can get this thing to damn work, which will showcase the actual streaming setup. It depends how hardcore you want to go. Like, some people who are really into esports will use TN panels, like Full HD, 1080p TN panels, because they have faster response times. But others who are not as hardcore like myself will just use 144 hertz IPS panels because they want the color accuracy, because they do other things besides gaming, like content creation or whatever it else may be. If I can get this, why is this so hard? This should not be this hard. Oh my God. All right, one in. Hope it's a video after the stream. There will be a video on this after the stream when it's all done up and nice and me not messing it all up like an idiot. If I can get it in. Oh my God, come on. This is brutal. Why do they do this? Honestly, as much as people make fun of Apple, like the Mac Pro, adding a cable or adding a component is just like you click it in. This is ridiculous sometimes. This is like so archaic and old a way of doing things. Not that I'd ever buy a Mac Pro. I think it's a waste of money for most people. But I got to give Apple credit for design. And no, I do not own a Mac Pro. Nor will I ever. If I can get this in. Okay, I got it. Oh, finally. Only took me, what, 30 minutes to get the CPU power in? Jeez. Holy smokes. All right. Next time I do that before putting the motherboard in. All right, I got the 4-pin connector in. Sorry, the 8-pin connector. Okay, it's in. We can celebrate. I should put some music on, but the problem is, if I put music on, then I'll probably get demonetized. I probably have to find some non-DRM music to play. Okay, so that's in. I got to put the fan back on. I can put the 4-pin connector in if I want. So technically, your computer will still boot without the 4-pin connector. As long as you have the 8-pin connector, it will work. But it's up to you if you want to. Depends how hard you push it. If you're going to overclock it, then the extra power will help make it stable. Oh, crap. So, I forgot to mention, the top of this case, you have two options. You can leave it completely black solid like this, or you can use like an open concept if you decide to put like an all-in-one cooler at the top, which will help blow air out the top. All right, so the next thing we need is, okay, got that. Oh, I gotta put my fan back in. Silly me. Okay, let's put the fan back on. I will reapply the thermal paste afterwards. I just want to get this system to boot so I can show you it works. And then I'm going to take the fan back off and reapply the thermal paste after the video, just so it's on a little better, because I took it off and it's always best to clean it before putting it back on again. But for the sake of this video and the fact that I've already spent like 10 hours on this, we are just going to put it back on for now, then reapply it afterwards. Clean it off properly. So what other questions do you got? Is it for rendering? I want to have the best clock speed for CPU and the GPU control the thermal well. The new HP Omen or Wi-Fi 40. Well, if you're doing rendering, you're going to want more cores. So thank you for finding my suffering interesting. I appreciate my pain I'm going through right now. Makes you happy. This screwdriver's too... Okay, whatever. That's tight. Okay. Put the fan back on. Intake is going this way. So we want it to go like this. Okay. I'm glad you find my suffering interesting. I hope this makes your day. Okay. There we go. Put this back in the CPU fan, which is in the middle here. Where's my phone so I can see? Are you crying? Oh, I'm crying all right. I'm crying mentally, physically, and emotionally. I don't think I've ever cried so much in my life right now. Okay, fan's back in. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. What else do we need? Okay, now we put the GPU in. I don't need a SATA cable because I'm only using an M2 drive, but I will plug in a bigger drive later. So all we're going to do now is put in the GPU, which will go right here. And then we are pretty much done. So let's get the GPU out. Wherever it is. Oh, here it is. Let me get the GPU cable in here first before I put it in. So the GPU is going to go down here. And then afterwards, we'll tidy up all the cables so it looks nice and neat. Do some cable management, because right now it is a mess, which we'll do as soon as this is finished. I want to see the PC boot. Oh, we're almost there, buddy. Give me another 4 hours. 4 more hours, and the PC will power it on. Ethan Allen. Finally, an hour and 31 minutes later, the GPU is going in. Yeah, this is pretty embarrassing, guys. I'm not going to lie. This is pretty bad. I hope it never takes any of you this long. It shouldn't. This is like the longest that's ever taken me to build a PC. And it just happens to be live. Oh, here's the other CPU. Oh my god, what is wrong with me? Okay, I'll put that in afterwards. Okay. I need one more PCIe cable. Did I plug both in? Okay, whatever. Let's do this. Oh my god, I just totally knocked over the grommets. That's for the CPU. I needed the 8-pin connector, which I got to put in. Hope I can fit it in this time. I should be able to do it without pulling the whole thing over. Oh, this is all twisted now. Shoot. Okay, let's get this. Let's get the GPU in here. Where's my knife? Russian Matt live stream dance. I will dance if the PC boots. How about that? If it boots. At this point, who knows? Just totally hit my guitar. All right, so this is the Asus ROG, I think Strix. Is it a Strix card? Yeah, ROG Strix gaming GPU. This has been overclocked, so it's faster than the regular NVIDIA GPU that you get. Faster than the reference card. It's a big sucker. It's huge. Huge. Zip ties. You guys can see. The PC boots, I'm going to be, wow, this card is thick. Absolutely thick. Take all these off. And come on. Just taking off all the, there's those little back plates on here that are covered. So I'm just taking them off because sometimes if you don't do it before, it makes it really hard once the GPU is plugged in. Okay. Now I gotta do, let's see here, just measure, line it up. So it's gonna go like that, which means we need to take off the bottom, those two, these ones. Come on. An hour and 34 minutes. I'm not breaking the card. Card will be fine. I don't really break. I've never broken a PC build. Like I've always gone it to boot. It's just sometimes I've, taken a little longer than usual. That's all. As long as the job gets done, that's all that matters. If I was to be a PC builder and do this every single day like the big guys who have like PC build channels, then yeah, I'd be doing this a lot faster. But I only do like 2 to 3 builds a year. So I'm slower. Hold on, Also, just make sure you take the cover off the bottom. Don't just try sticking it in without taking it off or you'll break it. Okay. it up. All right, she's in. Perfect. Okay. Oh my God, that is a big, big GPU. Look at that. Look at that GPU. Okay. Huge. Now look at this. I got to fix this too. Look at this. I knocked this all out. So I'm going to have to go back, take all these cables out afterwards, clean this up so it looks pretty. Now, I'll be honest with you. This is not the best looking PC build. And I knew that when I was getting into this. I wasn't planning to make this a beautiful PC build. The goal of this build was to make it a quiet one. And sometimes you got to go ugly if you want quiet. Okay, now we're going to put the screws back in. I'm just going to put one in just for now, just so I can keep it secure and just so we can test to see if it boots. Ah! This is... Come on. It's the problem, we don't have the proper tools. Getting screws back in. Come on. Oh my God. Let's do this one first. That's dirty play, Python. Just get a $20,000 Mac Pro. And how am I going to game on that thing? Am I going to install Windows on it? Okay, got one screw in. Let's plug in the PCIe cable. I mean, one more. Don't tell me I forgot to put an extra one in here. I hope I did. Okay, one's in. Now we need one more. This is the CPU one. Which will probably still work. Okay, I'm using the wrong cable for this, but that's okay. I'm going to switch it afterwards. We just need it to work. Power up. You know what? Let's put the proper PCIe cable in here first. Okay. I'm gonna flip it again. Ooh. She ain't light, that's for sure. Okay, so this one is the CPU. Where is my other PCIe cable? I didn't plug it in. Don't tell me I didn't plug it in. Oh crap, forgot to plug it in, didn't I? Son of a... Great. See, this is why you always make sure you plug in the right cables. I totally forgot to plug in another PCIe cable. Not it. I must have plugged it in because I don't see it here. SATA cables. That is SATA power. More SATA power. I guess I have to use the CPU one then. It's the only way. It's the only way. Let's put it back through. A lot of cables, she said. Sometimes it's just stuck. So what have you guys learned today? Whatever I do, don't do. Right? Oh, man. Okay. Come on, 13 minutes. I'm doing my best, guys. I don't like pressure. I can't use this one. Shoot. Oh, man. I need another static. I need another PCIe cable. This is not the PCIe cable. I can only have one. That doesn't make sense. Hold on, let me check the bag. Oh, here it is. Ha! Found it. God, what's wrong with me? Okay. So this one is going to go up to the CPU later to plug in the 4 pins, which I'll put right here. And I need one more PCIe cable for this GPU, which I forgot to plug in. I hope I can get my hands in there. This will be interesting. PCIe is right over. Got it, I think. All right. That's it. Okay. Jeez. How long was this for the GPU? I made a deal with Zara. If you get the PC booted by 3, I'll buy you screwdrivers. 10 minutes, 10 minutes. I can do it. 10 minutes. Okay. All I got to do is plug this in, plug the fans in, and we can make this PC boot. Let's plug these in. Come on. We got this. Here's the fans. I'll do cable management after the video. Let's just get this going. One fan here. Another fan here. Those fans are in. What about this fan? This fan's not in. Let's put that in. Okay, I'll just put this in here for now. Okay, that's plugged in. All right, plug that part of the GPU in, and we can boot this thing. Oh man. So I don't break the case. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, one more in. So what am I going to do next time? Never build a PC again. Okay, it's in. I got it in. All right. I think we're ready to boot. I think we are ready to finally boot. The moment of truth. Ugh. Okay, here we go. Need an HDMI cable. Power. This is it. The moment of truth. Just watch it blow up on me. Ugh, here we go. Ooh. All right. Here we go. Plugging it in. I'm going to bring it a little bit closer. I'm just trying to think, did I miss anything? I got the power in. I got the power in for the motherboard, even though I'm missing the 4-pin connector, but it should still boot. I got 2 fans plugged in. Fan for the CPU is plugged in. Fans on the bottom are plugged into the top, which is powered by the SATA cable, which is plugged into the PSU. This power's in. HD. Okay, let's just go for it. Let's go for it. If I can get to the damn thing. Okay. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Plugging in HDMI cable. Okay. Switching over. Where's my mouse? Switching over to external. Top, main with external. Okay, here it is. The moment of truth. External with top. Okay. That doesn't... Man, Ash messed all these settings up. He didn't put these right. Anyways, whatever. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. No signal. Gonna push the power button. Oh, wait. I gotta turn the power on. Okay. All right. I see lights. There's some lights. It's turning on. It's turning on. Oh, yeah, baby. Show me a signal. Show me a signal, baby. Come on. You got this. Let's see some love. Got the RAM lighting up. Fans working. GPU's powering on. Now, the other problem is I have no idea if this Elgato's working, so I'm taking a guess it is. It's booting up. It's booting up, baby. Who needs hockey tickets? Who needs hockey tickets? There you go. Well, hockey's I don't even know why I just brought that up. Hockey's canceled, but it's up. It's ready to rock and roll. You guys doubted me, okay? You doubted me, but it's there. All right? Where is the external? 1, 2, 3, 7. No, so you guys can see. New CPU installed. Please enter setup. Bam! Ha! See? It's up. I'm trying to get a bigger picture for you guys. External with all. See? There you go. All right? You guys all doubted me. You guys all doubted me because I did a sloppy job getting this up. But bam! Proved you all wrong. I expect screwdrivers from you, Python. All right? I expect multiple screwdrivers from you going forth for the next 6 months. I'll give you the types I want to make this a much more compatible. Let's see, 3. There you go. See that in the corner there? It's alive. RTX 2080 with a beautiful 32 gigabytes of RAM. We have, look how quiet that is. Front fans are working, back fans are working, fans on the CPU are working. I'm going to monitor temps. Everything's working beautifully. That's how it's done. You guys doubted me. It only took me 5 days to do this. It only took me 5 days to build the simplest of PCs, but I did it. A 5-day stream. I forgot my screwdriver. I was forced to use tools from the prehistoric times, okay? But I did it. I pulled through. And what you're seeing here, my friends, is a boot, okay? A boot of the PC that took me 50 years to create. Yeah, okay, buddy. It's definitely this computer because the other computer is live streaming, so that makes no sense. So, You know what? Just to prove you wrong, I'm going to plug a keyboard into this so you can see the RAM and everything, okay? Let's plug in this keyboard. I'm going to take it out. Oh wait, if I unplug the keyboard. Problem is, if I unplug the keyboard on that computer, then I can't switch the display. So let me put it onto, where is it? The big one. Okay, leave it there. Let's see, I'm gonna plug this. Okay, plug in the cable into PC. All right, that's F1 for setup. There you go, buddy. Look at that, 32 gigabytes of RAM. You can see that in the BIOS. All right, 32 gigabytes of RAM. AMD Ryzen 7 3700X, 8 cores. The RAM is a little bit slow right now. I gotta fix that. What else? What else do we have here? Monitor. Temperatures are a little, let's see, 39 degrees Celsius. So 37 degrees Celsius temperature for the CPU, which is about right for an air cooler. I'm probably still going to reapply the thermal paste again just because I took it off and put it back on, which is something you shouldn't do without reapplying it. What else can we see here? Where is it? I wanted to show. Here, graphic card information. It's not showing the graphic card, but it's plugged in because that's what's monitoring it. Just says NVIDIA GPU. All right, so there you go. All right, all you doubters, all you haters, thought I was gonna fail doing this, but you don't know me. I put 3 PCs together a year, so yeah. So anyways, let me unplug this now and put it back in the other one so I can switch the screen. All right, so now I'm just going to basically clean this up. And yeah, I think we're good. Where is it? There we go. Why is it not showing me? I must be delayed. Oh no, the main screen crashed. Yeah, main screen crashed. Sorry guys. Okay, so anyways, the main screen crashed. So I got to talk on this one. I don't know why. OBS is being funny. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. I just want to say thank you, guys. Let's just do this one then. Just want to say thank you. Thank you for being part of this live stream. Thank you for watching me fail miserably. I can't even move the computer over because it's plugged in. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. So one guy said put it on the top slot. I mean, I could put it on the top slot, which will obviously be better, but I'm not sure if it's going to fit because of this fan. But I'll try afterwards. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you that sat through this 4-hour, 5-day, and 6-year PC build. I apologize for the main camera not working all of a sudden. OBS is acting funny. But this PC, again, was built for live streaming and gaming, hence why it's in a Fractal Define R7 case, which is padded for soundproof. I have an RTX 2080 Ti for optimum gaming performance. I'll be using it to edit, I'll be using it to game, and I'll be using it to live stream. And hopefully you guys will join me on Twitch. Maybe I should just do YouTube for some gaming. I'm not a bad gamer, but I'm not like amazing, but you know, I'm pretty good at Overwatch. And I'll probably start doing some Modern Warzone because it looks like a lot of fun. But I'm using not an all-in-one cooler. I'm using an air cooler because it's quiet. And I have 32 gigabytes of 3600 megahertz memory from Trident or G-Skill. And yeah, this is like this case is open right now. And it's actually quieter than the PC I have on the floor. So as soon as I put this cover back on, I'm not even going to hear it. Like, I'm not even going to hear this thing. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm going to put this in an upcoming video. I'm going to clean up the cable management, make this look a lot prettier because right now it looks like a disaster. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for joining me. Now, if I can find the mouse. Oh, there it is.